HaWah. What is Comet 3-Eye Atlas? Love to the family remedy. He said, man, 3 eye stands for third eye, man. That means you can see clearly, man. That means you can see, man. What does a dragon mean in etymology? It means to see clearly, man. So they've demonized dragon. That means they've demonized your sight. You can't learn nothing from the hijack. You got to empty your cup and refill that joint on a daily basis. You got to walk through that door and give a wow on a daily basis. It's like the Hebrew alphabet or alphabet. The aleph, right, the strong power became the A, right, the A, B, C, D, right? The B is the Ba'at, and the Ba'at is the house or the tent. So the strong power enters your house, and then the third letter is the Gam, and the Gam means that you are walking, that you are moving. So the strong power enters your tent and you start to move, man. We say surf the wave. And the fourth letter is the Dal or Dalet, which looks like a triangle, but it's just the entrance, it's the vortex. So the strong power enters your house, you start to move, and you go through a door, you go through a vortex. The letter D in door stands for the Dal. The Dal in Hebrew became the D in English. You got to reverse the curse to break the spell. The strong power enters the house, and then you start to move and you go through an entrance, and the fifth letter is the it's the breath, it's the ha. They say hey in their Yiddish, but it's ha, or a inhale is it's like a revelation. It's like, what? You walk through that door, the strong power enters your house, you start to walk, and you went through a door, and now you got Big Mama, which is your breath. They call her wisdom. And she gives you breath, which is your existence, which is your life. You think that's air you're breathing, Khan? What are you without the breath? And what do you need after that? The sixth letter in the Hebrew is the Wah. W-A-W-W-A or W-A-H is still phonetically Wah. So you get the and you get the Wah. That's the inhale, exhale. That's the father or the mother, father. That's the framer, shaper. In the Mayan sacred text, the Papu Va is the framer, shaper. Wah is the breath and security. The Wah means foundation, means security. So the strong power enters your house, enters your tent. You start to move and walk. You go through a door, an entrance, a vortex. You get the breath. You get the security. Wow. They say a dragon, when he breathes fire, sounds like wall. And the wall is security in Hebrew. Ain't that crazy? And the seventh letter is the Zion or Zan, Z-A-N. And the Zan means food, nourishment. It's also like an axe, like you're cutting something off. So you're cutting off that hijack. That seventh day you rest is a cutoff day. Shabbat Shalom. We in our cutoff day, man. So the strong power enters the house and starts to move, and you start to move, and you go through a vortex, man. You go through a portal. You go through a door. You get your wow, your breath security. Then you get your food, and you get to eat, and you get nourished by wow, by your frame and your shaper, by the creator, my naga. That's the first 7 letters of the Hebrew. And the dragon is when you get that breath. Wow, you get that security, man. And you do that every time you have a thought pattern. Every time you wake up, you got to get through another door. You got to get to another Zion, another Zion. And here we are in another Exodus, flowing to another Zion, because the strong power has once again entered our house. And now we moving together. We tribing up together, my naga. And now we are walking through a door. We on an Exodus together, a vibrational Exodus together. Because everything starts with vibration, because vibration is law, and law is vibration. We walking through that door, that portal, and we breathing together. Breathe with a con. Wow! You get your dragon fire back. And then we could eat again, man. Shabbat Shalom, man. Eat up, my nagas. Get your food. This 3-eye atlas, this comet. Before they called them comets, they were called stars with a tail. And these tails is dragons, my nugget. This is a dragon. These meteors is a dragon. In 1828, the definition of a dragon is a shooting star, is a meteor. So when they're talking about comets and meteors, We can't separate that from dragon because they never separated that from dragon in the 1800s, 1900s. They just demonized it, you know what I'm saying, recently. Acted like it was some devil situation. But it just means to see clearly. And I guess to the hijack, that's a threat to them. And a devil or a Satan is an adversary. So anybody that sees you as a threat sees you as an adversary or a devil. So they will call your dragon, your ability to see clearly, devil. They would say you have a deadly glance, as it says in etymology. In dragon, it says the one with the deadly glance. Who would call your glance deadly? Unless you see clearly, you can see through the veil, you can see through the hijack, through the matrix, and that is deadly to the hijack. They're telling us, man, they're letting us know. So this Comet, 3-eye atlas, man, don't look at it like the hijack looking at it. It is third eye. It is an awakening. It is an interstellar object. That just means it came from across the ice wall, baby. Spreading that good news, spreading that energy. They said it disappeared behind the sun. That means it went through the sun portal. And it's now, you know what I'm saying, deploying the payload. So the solar flare can transport that energy, transmit that energy to the cons and wake up that junk DNA. And look up junk in 1828, and it's gonna say cords, it's gonna say fibers. It's gonna say cords and fibers. So junk ain't junk, junk is just cords and fibers. So who would call 99, 98% of our DNA junk? They're saying it's cords and fibers. Junk don't mean trash. Junk don't mean trash. So these cords and fibers are being activated. These are fiber optics. You a high-tech naga. You's a high-tech naga. Naga, they still ain't figured out what melanin is, my naga. They still wondering what the melanin is. Well, you're gonna see when they wake up and pop off, and this junk, these cords and fibers are activated by the interstellar object. They say, no, the comet don't have a tail. Well, well, this dragon came back, man. This is an old school dragon. This the Comet's comet. Look up the Comet's 1820, 1812, my naga, the Comet's Wars. Research the Comet's comet, and then research the Great Earthquake of 1811, such and such. You're gonna see it all coinciding, man. That's the Great Reset, my naga. That was our last Hebrew priest king. Our last stand was in 1812 in the Chickamauga Cherokee Wars. The Cherokee or the Kara, because ain't nobody say cha-cha. In no ancient diction, it was always a hard K. K. Ain't no Cherokee, it's Kara. Kara Katai. Kara. Anaga means black in the Turk, it means black. So you're talking melanated. Kara. Katai is Cathay. Cathay means pure land, Anaga. So it's the melanated Kawam pure land Nagas. The Nagas of the promised lands are the Karakatai. They say Cherokee means we the people. Yeah, we the people. And they not like us, man. So you the Cherokee, you're the Karaka, you're the so-called black, Cathay, pure land Nagas. That's the Cherokee, Karakatai, Karaka. The Ka is also the dragon. And so is 3-eye atlas, man. I love y'all. Shabbat Shalom. Keep the water flowing. Keep the fire burning at the water for, you know what I'm saying, always praying for a con and raising a con up and uplifting me, man, and making me my highest priestly vibration, making sure I'm at my, you know what I'm saying, top level, man. I want to make sure you at your top level. But for now, we Zon, man. We Zon, because the LF, the strong power enters the house, the Ba'at. We start to move the gum through a door, the doll, and we get the breath, and we get the wow, the security, and we get the food, the Zon, the Zion. And once again, we return. HaWah. Shabbat up.